It's August 2016. I'm Dadhichi. Hello again, Capricorn. Thanks for joining me. It's a very, very powerful month, a month that I've been leading up to in my talks here for some time regarding the conjunction of Mars and your ruling planet Saturn, which will take place on the 24th. But you'll be feeling this influence quite powerfully, and more than many of the other star signs, because Saturn is your ruling planet. And what does it mean? It actually means that the combination of these two planets, which are quite different in nature, takes place in the sign of Sagittarius, which is your 12th house. 12th house is the house of withdrawal, retirement. For some of you who are at that age, this could be leaving you in two minds. And even if it's not retirement, you may be thinking about a holiday or going away, moving house somewhere. The sort of conservative, slow-moving energies of your ruling planet are challenged by this fast-paced, aggressive Mars, which, as I said, on the 24th, will make full impact with your ruling planet. In the 12th house, we also see hospitals, injuries, dealing with people who are sick, having to do acts of charity to help them along, and finally, it is the sector of expenses. Well, not finally, because there's a couple of other things I wanted to talk about on that as well. The 12th house has to do with your past, the hidden things in your life, hidden enemies, secret enemies. Mars is, for you, ruling your 4th house, which is family matters. This is the early part of your life. So on a more psychological level, this month could be one in which you are trying to work through some of these deep-seated childhood issues, working through issues with your mother, for example. And we see this 3rd house of your horoscope, along with the 4th, also impacted by what we call the square aspect of Mars. So that can also rope in siblings, neighbours, and that sort of thing. So that's on the 24th, but mind you, you'll be feeling the effects of this very strongly. For some of you who have decided to quit your work or, lead a life of semi-retirement, the entry of Mars into this place could give you a change of heart. You might sort of decide, wow, I'm really bored in this position. What the hell, I'm going to get back into the workforce, or I'm at least going to go out and do something. For some of you, it could be something charitable, working in the community, because the 12th house is the house of charities, giving away one's money. It's also the house of expenses, where you tend to spend more than you're earning. So you need to be watchful of that. On the 3rd, we see a new moon taking place in the 8th house of your horoscope. Now, the 8th house, again, is akin to the 12th house. It is the house in which one discovers transformation. It's through drilling down deeply into your own inner psychological nature, along with that 12th house, which is the events of your past. All that stuff you've swept under the rug. Life's BS, as I call it, your spiritual fertilizer. You have to dredge that up and know how to use it. And if you hang around here long enough over the coming months, I'm going to talk a little more about that and how you can use your life's BS as a very special sort of fertilizer to grow, to spiritually grow, and to grow things. But that's wholly another topic. I just wanted to say that this transit, this new moon taking place on the 3rd, is particularly significant. The other end of this is the 18th, when the full moon eclipse takes place in your 2nd house of finances. So the 2nd house and the 8th house is all to do with your money. And the new moon and the eclipse is showing really a radical new approach to the way you earn money, the way you spend it, And also maybe reading others the riot act in terms of the way you want to be involved in them financially. Because there may be things such as the conjunction of Mars and Saturn that are causing you great frustration. You've probably bitten your tongue and not said too much. You've gone, okay, let that person do what they do. It could be your spouse, your partner, your business partner, any number of people that you're involved with who have a very, very different philosophy of money and finance. Well, now may be the time for you to speak up and inform them of just how at variance you are with the way they are doing things, the way they're spending money. It would be more difficult for you if I think this person was a business partner. So you may have to prepare yourself this month for some hell-on confrontations in that area. But nevertheless, the second house, the eclipse there, shows us the karmic implications here, because the eclipses take place on what we call the karmic axis, the north node and the south node. And so for some of you anyhow, the problems you're having may have been self-made. You may have given someone a little bit too much rope. You haven't hung them yet, but maybe this is the month when you do string them up and watch them swinging from the gallows. The 10th house of your horoscope is your career house. It's ruled by Libra. And I do see Venus, Mercury and Jupiter in your 9th house. Jupiter will still remain there for a while. But as far as your career is concerned, the entry of Mercury and Venus there, Mercury moving to that part of your horoscope. Well, actually, interestingly, Venus moves there on the 30th, but just as Mercury is about to move in there, we see retrogression taking place. And that retrogression is, going to maybe cause you, again, I said having second thoughts about things. This may cause you to really backtrack, and in fact, it's a better idea to do that than to, rush forward on any sort of plan or business arrangement or contract. So that's the synopsis for you. I'm hoping to see you here again next month for the ongoing story. In the meantime, do take a look at the daily, monthly and yearly horoscopes. Lots of other content there for you to wade through at astrology.com.au, and I'm looking forward to your company next month. Bye-bye.